Joining us now with stories trending around the world is OjyOkpe. Good morning, Genix.
Good morning, Dr. Abati. How are you this morning?
I'm good.
Perfect. Good morning, Ayo. How are you this morning? I love your brooch. Good morning. Rufai, I forgot to commend your haircut. I love it.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you look sharp and dapper.
What's the name of this haircut? Ricobe.
Ricobe.
Oh, guess follow me.
No, Ricobe is like a mohawk.
There's one called Guess Follow Me.
The Ricobe is a mohawk. The one that is...
Is this one Guess Follow Me?
No, this is just a Rufai's dapper haircut.
I don't want
You don't want Guess Follow Me?
Guess Follow Me, Dr. Abati.
In the month of Valentine.
I'm not sashing.
All right. Well, good morning to you, viewers. Let's begin what's trending. Social media has erupted with condemnation from political activists, civil society groups, and ordinary Nigerians after former Anambra State Governor Peter Obi and former ADC National Chairman John Odigie-Oyegun were attacked in what has been described as an assassination attempt in Benin City, Edo State. The brazen attack in broad daylight occurred during the formal declaration of Olumide Akpata into the African Democratic Congress. Videos circulating on social media show bullet-riddled gates and shattered vehicle windscreens. Let's take a look at this eyewitness account.
This is the ADC State Secretariat. See the injured. Look at this one that was injured. This is the ADC State Secretariat in Edo State, Okwelaka. We just received our dignitaries today. We had a Tikapi Olumide Akpata was decanted to the ADC, and Peter Obi was here live and direct to witness it. Just few minutes after the event took place, the APC sent their thugs. They came in numbers with a Sienna unbranded vehicle with pop action. They were shooting. They destroyed vehicles. They destroyed this woman's vehicle. Look how they scattered everywhere. This is a woman who sends up to the secretariat. Look at that things that were destroyed. Is this the kind of state OjyOkpe wants to present over? Look at this water destruction. They said the woman was shot on the neck. The woman has been rushed to the hospital. They shot the woman on the neck. Many people were beaten and were injured. Look at our DJ, the DJ who covered the event. You can see all his vehicles have been destroyed. They stole the laptop of the DJ. They scattered his phone and his laptop was stolen. And look at how they were scattered everywhere. See, destroyed bottles. They came with guns. They said all of them were having pop action on their house and were shooting sporadically in this venue. This is Edo State, and the power of opposition cannot be subdued. Everybody who wants to join the APATC must be allowed to join so. We have the right to gather, we have the right to participate. Any form of intimidation and oppression that they are using in this state to oppress us will not be allowed accepted. This is totally unacceptable.
This is absolutely ridiculous, Ayo. Ridiculous. Well, Dr. Yunusa Tanko, National Coordinator of the Obedient Movement Worldwide, who was on this program earlier, revealed that armed thugs trailed their convoy from the ADC Secretariat to Chief Odigie-Oyegun's residence on Tuesday, opening fire on their compound. Tanko went on to state that the attackers shot at the gate and destroyed several vehicles in what appeared to be a survived assassination attempt on their lives. He characterized the incident as a direct assault on Nigeria's democratic process and called on security agencies to act swiftly to protect political actors and prevent further escalation of violence. Meanwhile, former governorship flag bearer of the Labour Party in Edo State, Olumide Akpata, and his running mate successfully joined the African Democratic Congress on Tuesday. Well, let's listen to what Peter Obi had to say.
Let me assure all of us here, we are committed to a new Nigeria. They might do everything possible to stop us, but I assure you our commitment is total. We must build a country that will work for everybody. It is not working for everybody today. We must build a country where a child of nobody can be somebody without knowing anybody.
Well, I mean, it's good that, you know, that they went on to go ahead with their meeting that was scheduled. But, you know, despite multiple vehicles destroyed and a gate riddled with bullets, no arrests have been made. The Edo State Police Command confirmed the incident, saying a political gathering was disrupted by suspected hoodlums. But critics are asking, how were armed gunmen able to trail political leaders through Benin City unchallenged? Where were the security escorts? And most importantly, who ordered this attack? Who ordered this attack?
Yeah, that's a big question. You know, I think I can't remember, I would say last week that it was said that, oh, where's the opposition? We can't hear the voices or see the opposition, I think, following the Abuja elections. And I mentioned that under this administration, it is a very hostile environment for the opposition. And to what extent that speaks about the quality or how advanced our democracy is. What happened in Edo State should never happen in terms of a political party, the ADC, going there for, to receive a new member of their party, something that the APC has enjoyed across different states in the country without any form of violence. And so they went there for Mr. Olumide Akpata and Mr. Peter Obi, alongside some chieftains of the party, members of the party, went there to receive him and make a few visits. And this is what, they met. I think what is even more terrible, embarrassing, is a statement by the Edo State government, because the responsibility of the governor is to protect the lives and property of residents and visitors alike, irrespective of party affiliation or where they stand or who they stand. As long as he's Nigerian or the people there are Nigerian, they deserve to be protected. Yes, aside the fact that he had given an advisory before around if politically exposed people are coming to the state, they should notify. It's an indictment on the state of insecurity in Edo State. It's the same Edo State that a museum was attacked by hoodlums. So are they saying that the governor is unable to contain the reign of terror of hoodlums in the state? And then I want to also speak to the narrative around, oh, there were skirmishes within the ADC already. So maybe that's an excuse that should not even come up in this particular matter. The truth is that high-profile Nigerians were attacked. Then you can imagine what happens to the ordinary people who are living in Edo State. Politics and politicking should be allowed in a democratic structure so that whoever or wherever or whichever party you belong to, you are guaranteed of the basic right to security and to ensure that you can exercise your rights as a Nigerian citizen freely. This shouldn't have happened. An investigation ought to be done, and the Edo State government should stop denying and saying, oh, I'm pointing fingers. Do the right thing by the people that you serve.
Absolutely. Well, before the incident, Rufai, Peter Obi had, visited St. Philomena Catholic College of Nursing in Benin City, where he donated 15 million naira to the development of the school's facilities. Peter Obi was seen touring the premises alongside students who chanted Obi's slogan that a new Nigeria is possible. Let's take a look. It's nice to see that he had a successful visit there. Peter Obi had, made a similar visit to this same school last July, where he donated 15 million naira. At the time, Governor Okpebholo publicly warned Obi not to come back to the state unless he had obtained security clearance to do so. The governor had said the decision was due to an uptick in violence and the killing of 3 people in the aftermath of Obi's visit. Rufai.
Oji, there's a saying, the witch cried yesterday, the child died today. Link the death of the child and the witch. Nobody, Okpebholo himself, said that he cannot guarantee security if they don't tell him. Have you not been so? And a security crisis happened. And that's why, when I was interviewing Dr. Tanko Yunusa, I deliberately played the devil's advocate and to ensure that all the points were nullified. We would like to warn Okpebholo. We would like to warn the governor of Edo State. Please, on no account must this happen again. If it happens again, then it shows that you have failed in your responsibility. Other people came to Edo State now. Wasn't there a program recently in Edo State
Yes,
there was. With
So why did the hoodlums have the nerve to go and shoot around there?
But you know, I was listening to Kasim Afegbula this morning, and he said that, you know, the house, the Oyegun house, was close to the government house, which is quite an indictment.
So why
that
didn't the
how come
hoodlums go to Okpebolo's events?
Yeah.
Why Kasim was making this argument, I was just laughing. And that's why I was asking all the things Kasim said from all I just needed as a confirmation, because the APC, at first, it was Jarrett Tenebe that tried to say it was a fight between Owi and Oyegun. That's why I asked, was Owi there? Because the line they keep on pushing that they were pushing Owi out and all of that. So since he had debunked that, we just want to beg and warn Okpebolo at the same time. You said it all, and we are seeing the signs. Nothing must happen to Obi. Obi is a Nigerian just like you. And this excessive, I want to deliver 2 million votes for president, be careful. We have seen opposition come together. Because we are opposition with somebody today does not mean you can't still work together with the person tomorrow.
That's it.
Be careful. We want to beg and warn you. Obi has been going to every state. Hoodlum didn't come. Dele Momodu went to that same Edo state too. Hoodlum didn't come.
Oh, well, all right.
Dear.
Absolutely, yeah.
Very briefly.
Yes.
I think it would be defamatory, simpliciter, to sit at this table and say this is the person that is responsible. What we can do safely is to stay with principles. Whether it is the party internal democracy crisis that led to the conflict in Edo State, or it is some other party external that caused the problem. The principle is that Nigerians do not want violence. Nigerians do not want thuggery. We want the right of the people to choose to be respected without molestation, without harassment. And every politician, whether it is Peter Obi or the woman selling coconut by the roadside who attended an ADC event or whatever party's event, all of them should be safe. That is what we ask for.
Yes.
And this particular incident must be investigated.
Absolutely.
Now, if we say Okpebolo says something, how about the Edo Police Command? Where was the DSS in the state? Where are the other security agencies who we always say should have prior intelligence if something is going to happen, and if something happens accidentally, they should intervene.
Right.
So we do not want the failure of security, whether in Edo State or in your state, Delta State, or no, I won't mention. I don't want to mention Ogun State. Or in any other state of the federation.
All right.
I think it's the principle we should stand by.
This is it,
because security will be a major issue in any election cycle.
Yes, I'm glad that there was no fatality. I mean, we saw bullet shells on the floor, windscreens broken. I mean, it's good that, everyone is safe. But like, we have highlighted on this table, every Nigerian deserves protection. I mean, that was in broad daylight. Unacceptable. Let's now take reactions to the federal government's rebuttal of a report from AFP alleging that the Nigerian government paid 2 billion naira to Boko Haram terrorists to release 230 students and staff of St. Mary's Catholic School in Niger State. In a Tuesday statement, the Minister of Information, Mohammed Idris, called the claims false, emphasizing instead that the victims' safe rescue was due to professional intelligence and operational precision. And I'll read Mohammed Idris's tweet. He wrote, "The allegations constitute a disservice to the professionalism and integrity of Nigeria's security forces and the sacrifices they make daily. While we respect the freedom of the press, we firmly reject a narrative built on shadowy, unnamed sources seeking to undermine the credibility of a sovereign government acting within its laws for the avoidance of doubt. No ransom was paid, and no militant commanders were freed." Well, Nigerians reacting to the federal government's response are asking, if no ransom was paid and no militant commanders were freed, how exactly were 230 kidnapped students and staff released unharmed? The federal government says it was professional intelligence and operational precision. But with no arrest made, no suspects paraded, and no further details provided, that explanation is raising more questions than answers. And reacting to the federal government's denial, ex-user Jaber Esim posted a resurfaced clip of former governor of Kaduna State, Nasir El-Rufai's interview, where he made explosive allegations against the federal government, accusing it of empowering bandits and paying ransoms, including an alleged 1 billion naira payment with the caption, "They owe you an apology, sir." Let's take a look.
This government has been around for 2 years. 3 schools have been attacked. And they paid the bandits. They paid them 1 billion naira the first time the school was attacked and students abducted. They are paying bandits. They are apologizing to them. They are
finding this information about 1 billion naira being paid.
Look, let the governor or anyone come and deny. We have the evidence. When the time comes, we'll reveal everything. They are paying bandits. They are empowering bandits. This is what this government is doing.
And you think that will not work?
It will not work. It has never worked anywhere in the world.
Well, that was an explosive interview. Well, in the same vein, the detention of former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai is generating reactions from a cross-section of Nigerians. Former Vice-President Atiku Abubakar has issued a stern warning to the federal government, declaring that it will be held accountable if anything happens to the former governor while in custody. This is coming as El-Rufai's media advisor raised concerns over his well-being, alleging that he suffered a nosebleed while being held in official custody, and that his lawyers and family were denied direct access to him, adding that one of his wives was prevented from delivering his meal personally, and that the governor was transferred from EFCC custody to the ICPC on the night of February 18th without being told where he was being moved to or why. Atiku is now demanding in a post on X that the federal government state clearly which agency is holding the former governor, whether the EFCC, ICPC, DSS, or any other security arm, describing the secrecy surrounding his detention as unacceptable in a democracy. Meanwhile, activist and former presidential candidate Omoyele Sowore has also weighed in on El-Rufai's detention, dismissing reports of the former governor's nosebleed in custody as nothing more than a bid for public sympathy, and suggesting that he's simply looking to reach out to credible opposition figures like himself to drum up support. Let's take a look.
Malami sent people to me and our lawyer to come and be bailing him out of Kuje. He suddenly found out that we are the most credible people who can do it. I'm sure El-Rufai must have been looking for a way now to reach out, because all this shouting about bleeding of noses to get sympathy. I'm not saying that his nose is not bleeding. And I call on the government to stop his nosebleeds. It must give him good doctors. Or take him to Kaduna to go to the hospital he built to stop the bleeding. I don't know what his legal strategies are, but all we know is that he's being held by his friends in the APC. And this is the strategy they used to use on others. I'm surprised that his nose is bleeding at the ICPC. When did his nose start bleeding? When he was governor, was his nose bleeding? But I'm not making fun of him, because I don't support any form of impunity against anybody. But even while we are condemning impunity, we must also not let history evade us by reminding ourselves that these guys created the monsters that is now consuming them. The Frankenstein monster, my monster, was created by El-Rufai. There are videos of El-Rufai saying that Tinubu was the best person. We have videos of the two of them dancing together, videos of him saying that some of us are irrelevant.
We have videos of that happening. We saw videos of El-Rufai dancing with the president. I mean, Omoyele Sowore made so many valid points there in that video. But, you know, talking about the fact that El-Rufai is complaining about a nosebleed when he said they should take him to the hospital he built in Kaduna. That actually cracked me up. But, you know, El-Rufai's arraignment has now been moved to April 23rd, with the prosecutor today saying that he was still in custody of the Independent Corrupt Practices Commission. Ayo, sorry, I'll come to you on this conversation. First, you know, I'd like for you to start with, you know, the federal government debunking the 2 billion naira allegation by the AFP. That report, we took it here yesterday on What's Trending. Now, the federal government is saying that no ransom was paid. And we saw El-Rufai's video there, you know, challenging the government, saying that he knows that, you know, they pay 1 billion. Maybe that's why he's in jail right now. Who knows? All of these allegations that have been bandied around. Your thoughts?
There are allegations or charges there have been agallations, and he's been brought in for questioning, so he might have questions to answer. But going back, and I made this point earlier, that Minister Mohammed Idris's statement and his rebuttal didn't have a lot of substance in it. He didn't answer the question that many people are asking, common sense. You know, if you're saying that you were able to get back or have over 200 students released, how? You're saying security operations, all these very vague words. How? It is, and I said, you know, what God cannot do does not exist, because it must be a miracle that we haven't seen arrests made of these terrorists. We haven't seen persecutions based on these arrests. All we see is just a joyful release, which we are happy about, we're very grateful for. But the reason why is that they are legitimizing crime when if they pay ransom to these terrorists. They are legitimizing crime and making an industry of it and encouraging more people to go into a life of criminality, and not dissuading based on very, you know, military efforts. With military efforts, they are not dissuading people from going into a life of criminality. And that's why we can see, Oji, that we see it repeat itself again and again. Because when the money runs out, as it would, then they'll make more demands and more ransom will be paid. Until the government is able to provide some kind of, you know, plausible, credible or believable ways in which they're able to rescue these, students, these people who are abducted. Unfortunately, the AFP report sounds more detailed, gives more background, and El-Rufai himself has come out to say that he knows, and if pushed, he would give evidence to the fact that they paid. He was once in government. Now, he's now, well, for whatever reason, he was, and if I go back to that comment you made, that sometimes you can be in opposition, sometimes you can be friends. The reverse can be the case. Sometimes you can be friends, and the other time you're in opposition. Now he's in opposition, all of a sudden he has a case to answer, and then he's being called in. What we've often called for is let due process be followed. Yes. Whatever the charge they brought against him, whatever investigation they are doing, let due process be followed. Right. Every Nigerian has their right protected by the Constitution, and this ought to be adhered to. But I agree totally with what Mr. Sowore said, that they should be applied to all politicians. If he has a nosebleed, all sympathies to him, he needs to be managed properly, but let them take him to the state, to his state to get treatment. And finally, on the point that some of these monsters that we see today are creations of these very people who are now speaking against the monsters, as they've created, beings or situations that have now gone beyond their control. When it was convenient, some of these people, I'm not mentioning who, used these terrorist bandits as political tools. Now they have grown hydra-headed and they're now complaining about it. Some of these challenges are created by the politicians themselves.
I had a cocktail of stories. So, Dr. Abati, a quick comment. And then
I think Sowore made very intelligent points about the ephemerality of power and the need to act with a lot of responsibility when you are in office, because your own omissions may consume you subsequently. And he made the point that, he does not support impunity. He balanced it out in a fair manner by saying, the rights of the accused person also deserve to be respected. However, he was a bit histrionic when he said former AGF Malami is approaching him, and that maybe El-Rufai will also come to him to seek legal advice from him and his lawyers. That's just grandstanding. Yeah. But as to the more intelligent points that he made about impunity, about responsibility, I think those are important. Two, you talked about Waziri Adamawa Atiku Abubakar saying that, look, nothing must happen to the detained person. That's Malam Nasir El-Rufai. He's also right in that regard. Namely, that if you accuse a person of any offense or any felony, it is the responsibility of the state to ensure that the welfare of that person, the well-being of that person is protected. Because it is only when somebody is alive that he can answer to charges. So, and anybody at all under the rule of law is considered innocent until proven guilty. Whatever anybody may say, he's still an innocent man. Three, the point made by the information minister, Alhaji Mohammed Idris. Now, the federal government has said it is not true. We do not pay ransom. It is the policy of the federal government of Nigeria that ransom will not be paid. Now there is an allegation from AFP, which the Nigerian government has denied.
Laughing?
There is also an allegation relying on investigative journalism by Fisayo Shoyombo. Now, in this case, the best that we can say is that we now have two sides of the story. It will be unpatriotic to say, this person is right, this person is wrong. We say that the Nigerian state should investigate what exactly happened. Did anybody pay ransom without the knowledge and approval of the president? If it is one of these sycophantic persons who did so on his own and abused public policy, it is also important to investigate and to find that out and to ensure that such persons who violate public policy are call to order.
Well,
accordingly.
For me, I'd like to ask about those unnamed sources in the AFP report. For me, that was the only,
that's why it should be investigated.
I would like to know those sources who, because the AFP report was quite detailed, but we need,
journalist is not obliged to give you his source. Itunimomo versus federal government of Nigeria.
Okay, so
journalist does not
I'm just saying my opinion. Can I?
Yes.
Is it okay to
I'm just telling you.
All right. What I want to know really are who those sources are. Who those people that told the AFP that, ransom was paid, because it was quite detailed about how the money was, transferred and where the guy went to Cameroon to, receive the funds in a helicopter and all that. But like I said, Nigerians are asking that question. If no ransom was paid, how were those victims released unharmed?
We are very hypocritical in this country. It's the height of delusion for you to think this government will be transparent with you as regards payment of ransom. Dr. Bati, that's why I was laughing when you were quoting the law. How many law do we respect, not payment of... How many do we respect in this country? How many laws do we respect? Let me use your word back to you, Dr. Bati. We are not moralizing here. We are not moralizing. How many laws does this government respect? Oji, the truth has been stated in that report. They should come out and debunk it. Or they cannot. They cannot. The question I also want to ask them, let me even add to the reports by AFP. The question I want to ask them, who told the military troops to leave KB 30 minutes before the attack happened? They cannot answer those questions.
You ask that question every day. Yes, we always
AFP has come and shown them the lights. They will not be able to respond. If you are waiting for this government to tell you step by step how they got people released, you are joking.
All right, okay.
Let's keep
we're still asking, if no ransom was paid, how were the victims released with no arrests? Well, let's take another story now, highlighting this now viral video showing the moment a foreign couple from England, Martha and Michelle, are stopped by the Nigerian police officer who threatens to arrest them In the video, the officer stops the couple, who say they are on a road trip from England and have just arrived in Nigeria from Benin Republic. The officer proceeds to question them on whether they have documents for the car before the conversation takes a dramatic turn, as he goes on to ask about their marital status and even offers to buy them alcohol. Let's take a look.
I said, do you have paper for this right? Yeah. Where's the paper? Show me. Who approved it?
The border yesterday in Nigeria.
When you arrived for this country?
Yesterday.
You arrived from Germany?
No. We've driven from England.
From here, which country are you going?
Cameroon.
You go by car?
Yeah.
And they have arrested you?
Right?
We don't practice this.
Yeah, but we're just temporarily, we only have 30 days. So the vehicle won't stay in Nigeria. We will drive to Cameroon.
Alcohol?
Alcohol. Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
But what about you?
Yeah,
I can buy for you. Yeah, have alcohol here.
Oh, we need to get.
You like enjoyment too much. You like enjoyment.
Enjoyment.
You like enjoyment. Please, have baby for this man.
Maybe after this trip, yeah.
Have baby for him. This man is a very fine man. You have to, when you're going to, you pregnant her.
Yeah.
Are you hearing me?
I'll try my best.
Try your best to pregnant her.
Yeah.
Let her have baby for you.
Yeah.
I'll be very happy to see her pregnant.
Yeah.
Okay, Dr. Abati. I mean, I'm laughing because he says have baby for this woman. I don't know what a police officer is asking about marital status. I don't know if that's part of the code. I mean, I kind of know because my father was a policeman. Definitely not part of the questions that are supposed to be asked.
Tell them.
But what is the... I'm
asking me about marital status. All this
marital status. I don't know what that... But then alcohol. You said I can come, I can buy you alcohol. But what's all that about?
Now that we have a new Inspector General of Police, let me say that I think one of the first tasks that he should do is that these policemen on the road, they should be subjected to training and retraining. Yes. If they get a lot of retraining, it can help. At least this one, maybe this is one of the people who got eye treatment from Governor Sanwo-Olu. At least he could see the document, and he saw that the documents were authentic. So he didn't turn Nigeria into a begination. There was a story we took here about how Nigeria, with the policemen, have become a begination. Abegistan. Okay, Abegistan. That was the phrase that we used the other day. He didn't ask for money. No. And it was very humorous. I mean, he was a marriage counselor. He was a family planning expert. He was an education counselor asking about certificates and asking about everything. And at the end of the day, it turned out to be better than most policemen on the road.
Yeah.
It's better.
I was actually holding my breath for him not to ask for money.
In fact, he didn't ask for money. He was friendly. In spite of his lack of professionalism, he even offered to buy alcohol.
That's a problem.
He even offered to buy alcohol.
Because you can't drink and drive. I mean, that's a issue.
But that's his level of training. That's his level of training.
Dr. Abati, a police officer does not know you should not drink and drive.
If they had agreed, he would have brought the alcohol. But those people politely declined. Yes. At the end of the day, he even offered family planning advice. Say, this woman, girlfriend, have baby for this man. Be pregnant. This is it. I'm sure those tourists, they must be amused. Right. He doesn't even know the meaning of tourism. No. He says that those people who come to Nigeria to catch animals.
Okay. You watch the entire clip. I advise our viewers to watch it.
So I just found the video very entertaining. Nigerian police. It's better than other people.
All right, let us say Nigeria, now cruise. Shall take our good news report now. Celebrating Dr. Fumilayo Olakpade and her daughter, Feyi Olakpade Ayodele, co-founders of Cancer IQ, a Chicago-based health tech company recently named one of Time Magazine's world's top health tech companies of 2025, revolutionizing cancer prevention across the United States. All right, the mother and daughter duo co-founded Cancer IQ in 2013 using cutting-edge artificial intelligence to predict cancer risk and boost early detection, saving thousands of lives. The platform is now deployed in over 300 clinic locations across more than 65 health systems nationwide. The idea for Cancer IQ originated during a 2012 mother-daughter climb of Mount Kilimanjaro, where Dr. Olakpade and Feyi discussed barriers to precision cancer prevention. The platform uses AI-driven tools to access cancer risk by incorporating family history, genetics, lifestyle factors, and breast density, then creates personalized care plans and automates screenings. The company raised $14 million in funding and continued to expand, democratizing access to life-saving screenings. What a phenomenal achievement for Nigerian excellence in global healthcare. Dr. Fumilayo Olakpade's vision has positioned Nigerian scientific innovation at the forefront of cancer prevention. Congratulations to Dr. Olakpade, Feyi, Ayodele, and the entire Cancer IQ team for this remarkable contribution to humanity. I mean, Nigerian excellence to the world. This is such an amazing, amazing feat. I mean, I hugely congratulate the mother and daughter duo. And again, Dr. Agbati, I'm coming to you for this final story, highlighting this video of an unidentified female mayor in Cameroon, which has sparked widespread public debate on social media after she was filmed saying that men should protect their phones with passwords, but women should not. Let's take a look.
And that's why we are advising men, put passwords on your phones. Why we say men should put passwords on their phones is because they are protecting the marriage. Women, no passwords. Because what are you hiding? The man has the right to hide something from the wife.
All right, Dr. Abati, I'm going to ask everybody quickly. Is a second. Do you have a password? Do you have a password? Do you have a password on your phone? I'm asking you because...
Well, just say what is good for the goose is good for the gander.
Yes.
You can't say that the man should have password, the woman should not have password. The important thing is for partners to respect each other's privacy.
Yes.
Because even in a relationship, there should be some private zones, you know, that you don't cross. But the basic thing is about mutual understanding and respect.
All right, do you have a password?
All access.
Do you have a password?
No zone.
All access. Okay, I forgot. Sorry.
No private zone. All in.
On that note, I'd love to thank you for your great analysis, as always, on What's Trending.
If I cannot comment on that, because this is a husband and wife
Well, thank you all. That's all I have for you guys on What's Trending today. I'll see you all tomorrow.